Hi everyone, today we are going to talk about computer software, the invisible superhero that makes your computer come alive. Without software, your device would do absolutely nothing. So, let's break it down in a fun and simple way. So, let's start by talking about what is a software and what does it actually do. Software refers to a set of programs, instructions, and data that tell the computer hardware how to operate. It enables the computer to perform specific tasks such as running applications, managing files, and processing data. And without software, hardware cannot function and would be unable to perform any meaningful activities. So, basically, software is a set of instructions that tells the computer how to work. Think of it like your computer's brain plan, where hardware is the body and software is the mind. Next, let's take a look at the two types of software within the computer software. First is system software. Now, this is the boss to our computer system. It controls everything inside your computer from starting up the computer or device to managing files and connecting hardware. Second is application software. Now, this is the fun stuff. It allows us to do all the fun stuffs in our devices like watching YouTube, listening to Spotify, and playing games. Okay, now that we know the core differences between system software and application software, let me explain a little bit more about these two softwares in detail. The definition of system software is the foundational software that manages hardware, controls resources, and provides a platform for application to run. The functions of system software are starts and shutdowns the computer, manages memory and storage, controls input and output devices, and lastly provides security and system monitoring. Some of the examples of system software are Windows OS, Mac OS, Linux, and Android. Now, the definition of application software is it includes programs designed for users to perform tasks such as editing, browsing, communicating, or entertainment. There are several examples of application softwares according to each categories. So, for productivity, we can use Word or Excel. For browsers, we can use Google Chrome or Firefox, and for multimedia purposes, we can use Spotify, VLC, and Canva. For communication, WhatsApp, Zoom, Telegram, and lastly, for education purposes, we can use Google Classroom and Kahoot. Moving on, now let's talk about the operating system and what does it do. The operating system, or OS, is the real superstar of system software. It acts as the bridge between you, your hardware, and all your apps. It manages everything from turning on your computer to organizing your files, controlling your devices, and keeping your system safe. Basically, OS is the one making sure your computer runs smoothly from the moment you switch it on. Some examples of OS include Windows, Mac OS, Linux, iOS, Android, and Chrome OS. Next, let us take a look at what are the core functions of an operating system. One of the main jobs of the operating system is booting. This is the process of starting up your computer. It checks your hardware, loads the core system files, and prepares everything for use. Another important function is providing the user interface or UI. Most operating systems today use a GUI, the graphical user interface, where you interact through icons, windows, menus, and buttons. This is what makes computers easy and friendly to use. The operating system also takes care of security management. This includes passwords, firewalls, and even biometric features like fingerprint or face unlock. Its job is to make sure your device and data stay protected. Another key function is network management. The OS handles your Wi-Fi and network connections, manages how your device communicates with other computers, and controls access to shared resources like printers or files on network. Now, I'd like to explain about the two types of user interface, which is the graphical user interface or GUI and CLI, command line interface. Some operating systems use a GUI, meaning icons, buttons, and menus. Others use a CLI, where you have to type in the commands. GUI is more user-friendly and visual-based, while CLI is more powerful and text-based. Basically, GUI is easy and friendly, while CLI makes you feel like you are a hacker in a movie. Last but not the least, let's take a look at the types of operating systems. Essentially, there are three types of operating system. Desktop operating system like Windows 10 or 11 and Mac OS, which are typically installed on PCs or personal computers. Next, server operating systems such as Windows Server and Linux Server, which are designed to manage network resources. And lastly, is mobile operating systems like Android or iOS, which are commonly used for smartphones and tablets. Alright, and that wraps up our software breakdown. Thank you for watching, and your device is definitely smiling now that you understand it better. Uh, I think.